Hi friends, today I have another cute story for you and it's about our favorite cat. Here it is. It's another story about Pete the cat. Here's the title of the story, and the title is another way to say the name of the story. And the name of this story is Pete the Cat and His 4 Groovy Buttons. Also with our book, we know that this is the front cover. And if we turn it around, we know that this is the back cover. If we turn it sideways, we see that this is the spine, and again, we see our title here on the spine. There are 2 people that helped create this book. One person is the author, and the other person is the illustrator. The author is the person that writes the words, and Eric is the author for this story. So Eric wrote the words. And then there's also someone known as the illustrator, and the illustrator creates the pictures, and the illustrator for this book is James. When we open the book, we come to this part here where again we have our title, but now it is on a page. So this part of the book is called the title page. Let's begin our story. Pete the cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! One of his buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 3. 4 minus 1 equals 3. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! Another one of his buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 2. 3 minus 1 equals 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! Another one of his buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My button, my 1 groovy button. My button, my 1 groovy button. Pop! Oh no! The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 0. 1 minus 1 equals 0. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? His belly button! And he kept on singing his song. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness no. We keep on singing. Buttons come and buttons go. The end.